good morning. Well, it's Monday, and there goes my coffee. It's Monday, and it was a little fresh this morning. It was 1 degree out when I went for a drive to check the cattle feed and all that kind of stuff. So switching gears here a little bit, I've got I'm gonna be I got some feeding the cows to do. I got some neighbors barley I want to seed, and if I can get to it, I'm gonna start putting some canola down. The forecast is for an inch of rain over the next so Monday, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're supposed to get anywhere from, well, they're saying anywhere from 20 to 35 mils. So we'll see what happens with that. So I'm thinking I'll potentially try and put a little bit of canola in. When the temperatures get really cool, I get a little reluctant to put canola in. Just because canola, well, it doesn't like cold, it likes to get into warm ground. Where it's wet, it gets out of the ground really quick, and then we don't fight flea beetle issues, and I really don't want to deal with any of that. So yeah, that's the reason why I'm not pushing for seeding right now. So I'm gonna feed the cows. Daryl and Dylan are busy hammering off some soybeans, so we want to get done up where they are. We have 2 half sections that they're trying to get planted and rolled. That's the focus for today. Everything beyond that is bonus. So we are much drier out back here. Windows are still very dirty, but we want to cultivate this, get this dried up some more, so that when it does rain, that we can handle it. Okay, so I'm gonna take an alfalfa bale out with me to the cows that are at pasture. I gotta feed them. And with that rain in the forecast, we won't have all of our bunks right full. So if we have to fight mud with these animals, that at least they have lots of food. And as much as I don't want rain for the cows and for some of our land, the pastures and anything we've seeded, it'll those 3 quarters that I was working on last week, we'll just say it needs rain to cover up all my mistakes I feel I did during seeding. So I'm gonna give these animals 3 bales. They're roughly going through a bale a day. And then we'll do a little bit of a walkthrough, making sure everybody looks healthy. So far at first glance, they're all looking pretty good. Last week, Dylan was taking care of all the cattle stuff, feeding them, making sure they were all good. Well, me and Daryl were busy planting, and Daryl and Peter in the Orthman. So yeah, Dylan was taking care of that. Now he's running it. Dylan's running the planter, and taking our turns with feeding the cows. So that's the lowest I've ever seen this pond at this time of the year. Typically, it's about 3 or 4 feet higher than that. We've had lots of nice rains, but that spring runoff didn't fill up the pond, which I guess we'll see whether that's going to be a concern later on in the summer. But we've had nice rains. This grass is growing really good, and typically in the past we try to not let our cows out grazing the pastures until June 1st. That's kind of our time that we like to wait till. Just lets the grass grow as much as possible, and yeah, so come June 1st, which is in a little over 2 weeks, that's when we'll let the cows out on the pasture and they can start grazing the grass. Go for a quick little walk here. I'll check to see the salt, make sure it's good, the mineral's good. So yeah, this will be really nice when we do decide to let the cows out. This group here is staying here, so it's just a matter of, well, opening this gate and then they can go in this one. There's 3 paddocks on this pasture. Do a quick look, make sure they're all doing good. Man, they look good. Holy, have they grown. All right.
Well, today I get a different kind of job. After training Dylan to run the planter, figured today would be a good day for him to take over again, and so I got promoted. Today I run my cousin Kenny's 435 I put in front of the roller. The reason we're using his tractor is our quad track is still in front of the Orton, which actually is on his field. So we're gonna run this baby at lots of power. There's no problem with that. But the biggest thing is got the weight to not get thrown around. So
okay, I've got about 60 acres of barley I'm putting in for a neighbor of mine, and then we're gonna, hopefully that goes smooth, and then we're gonna head off to canola. I'm gonna put all of it in my back bin because it's empty, but I gotta clean it out with my blower. Handy tool. So that's my roller. This thing right here, it turns this way, drops the product down here, and I can pick whether I want to go into this tube or into this tube, and we only use that tube because we don't do mid-row. This is for my mid-row banders, and I don't do that. So when we switch over to canola, I gotta change this roller out. There, so we'll go in the tank and blow all that out. There you go. Alrighty. We are off. It's about he only lives 2 miles away. His field's only 2 miles away from my field, or from my yard. So we got about a 6 mile drive and we'll be there. Okay, well, I blitzed off our neighbor's barley. Had just the right amount of seed. We're gonna clean out, load up, get ready for canola. And we'll see whether we start or what we end up doing with rain in the forecast. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Air seeder worked awesome. Basically just drove up and down. Hey Pooch, neighbor's dog, me. Yeah, ran out just at the right time. Worked out good. But now when I go into I gotta change this roller out for canola because canola seed is much smaller. And on all the cereals we put on about 110 to 130 pounds roughly of product. In canola we put 5 pounds down, so it's much smaller, so we gotta change that roller out. Okay, that roller is in. Right here, this yellow thing, this is a sensor. So I'm not sure if you can see a yellow light. So when there's product coming past here on this side, it sends a signal. More so, if there's no product coming on this side, then this notices that and it sends a signal to my monitor in the cab, and that tells me that that my metering this area is empty. And even though this is turning, there may be no fertilizer or no product coming through. And I have that on each one of them, and it tells me which bin has no product coming through my roller. So, okay, I got my bag underneath. We're calibrating. I'm gonna run it for 3 minutes. I got some bags up top, enough up there to do 160 acres. And yeah, we'll get it calibrated. It's right around supper time. So yeah, we're gonna try and hammer that off. Okay, calibration number. Okay, we should be good to go. Yeah. Canola time. Let's hope this ground worked good. We're into some wheat stubble, so that ground should be firm, and yeah, should be good to go. All right, we are rolling. We're going to canola. I changed my depth a little bit because we're in different stubble. I'm going a little bit shallower, closer to that 1 inch, and maybe up to 1.25 inches. So with rain in the forecast, canola basically just needs to get covered and it will grow. So if there's rain, a little bit of moisture. This field is nice and smooth, so barring any breakdowns, we hopefully can have cover some serious ground yet today. So yeah, it's 5:45. And 160 acres to do here. Alright, I checked my depth earlier. So I've worked my way into the field. Canola is so hard to find. Because you don't have many seeds, and they're tiny. There it is, right there. Probably about 1.25 inches. Nice in the moisture. Okay, I was supposed to get 40 acres on it. I did 43. So I'm putting it on a little bit light. So I'll up my rate a little bit. I did 4 more bags. And then I've got, this quarter we're actually doing 2 different varieties, 80 acres of one variety, 80 acres of another. So yeah. Takes a little longer to calibrate and get things tuned in, but canola you have to be extra careful on your calibrating, because if you screw it up, you can put a lot of, well, you can screw it up. Canola seed's very expensive, so you want to make sure. Yeah, I'm sitting at 40 acres already, so I'm down to 124 is what it says. That's what I got left. Okay, I'm out of that one variety. I was supposed to do 80 acres. I did 84. That's pretty close. But now, I've got to put the other bags in and calibrate it. Hard to believe that much right there will do 40 acres. Yeah, so 4 bags should do 40 acres. I'll go do it one more time to make sure. And we should be good to go. Well, got half a mile to go here and I'm done at this field. It started this field around 6 and I'll be done at 10, so with the fact of doing 2 different varieties, it takes time to calibrate the unit. I'm pretty happy with that. And I am not going to start another field. It's getting dark. We'll see what the morning brings, whether it brings rain or whether I can possibly do another field before the rain, if it isn't going to rain. So. Well, that's a wrap. Hope you enjoyed it. Another day of seeding, and the end is in sight. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for taking the time to watch, and have yourself a good one.